Hello guys, I welcome you to Smart Killer Current Affairs for 22 and 23 April. Kishore Nand Laskar passed away recently. He was a, kindly give the correct answer. So Kishore Nand Laskar was a actor. So he was an actor. You can see it here. Option B. Veteran actor Kishore Nand Laskar, who featured in several Marathi and Hindi films like Punya Satya and Jis Desh Mein Ganga Rehta Hai, died on Tuesday due to COVID-19 complications. He was 81 years old. Nand Laskar was admitted to the global COVID-19 center in Thane last week after he was tested positive for the novel coronavirus. He was admitted in the ICU last week. He died due to COVID-19 complications. This was told by Nand Laskar's grandson. Nand Laskar is survived by his wife and 3 sons. Which of the following state government has announced Health Safety Week beginning from April 22 to 29 to break chain of growing COVID-19 infection rate? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is Jharkhand government. So Jharkhand government has announced Health Safety Week beginning from April 22 to 29 to break the chain of growing COVID-19 infection rate. In Jharkhand, the state government has announced to follow Health Safety Week beginning from April 22 to 29 to break the chain of COVID-19. They have said that the persons are advised to stay home and do not move without unnecessary work. Essential services and medical services continue to function, and all identified offices of the private sector, central and state government offices shall remain open. Walter Mondale passed away recently. He was former vice president of which country? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is he was a former vice president of USA. So former Vice President Walter Mondale passed away. He was a leading liberal democratic voice of the late 20th century who was US Vice President under US Vice President Jimmy Carter, and he lost in a landslide to Ronald Reagan in the 1984 presidential election. You can see it here. His late wife Joanne died in 2014 and daughter Eleanor died in 2011 at the age 51. B.G. Joshi passed away recently. He was related to which sports? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is that he was related to hockey. So renowned hockey statistician B.G. Joshi passed away, and he passed away due to COVID-19 related complications. You can see it here. He was a passionate lover of the game. Joshi has been maintaining records of the sport since early 1970 and also contributed hockey statistics to several national dailies. Let's go ahead. The Union Cabinet has cleared Bangalore's Metro Rail ambitious Silk Board to International Airport Line project. What is estimated cost of the project? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is 14,788 crore rupees. So that's a humongous amount, and Union Cabinet on Tuesday has cleared the Bangalore Metro Rail's ambitious Silk Board International Airport Line project, which is estimated to cost around 14,788 crores. The Bangalore Metro Rail Corporation (BMRCL) is implementing the project in 2 phases. While Phase 2A covers Central Silk Board Junction to RK Puram, the Phase 2B covers from RK Puram to airport via Hebbal Junction. The length of the 2 phases is 58.19 km. Central government has extended the insurance scheme under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package for health workers for a period of, kindly give the correct answer, for a period of 1 year it has been extended. So the central government has extended the insurance scheme under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package for health workers for a period of 1 year. Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said that Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package has provided a safety net to the dependents of corona warriors who lost their life during the COVID-19 pandemic. India has retained which rank on the World Press Freedom Index among the most dangerous nations for journalists? The correct answer for the same is 142nd. So India has retained 142nd rank on the World Press Freedom Index. This report is released by watchdog reporter San Frontiers, Reporter Without Border, and it has said that India is one of the most dangerous countries in the world for journalists to do their job properly. General M.M. Narvane has attended Army Chiefs Conclave in which country? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is Bangladesh. Indian Army Chief General M.M. Narwane on Sunday attended the Army Chiefs Conclave held in Dhaka on the sidelines of multinational military exercise. General Naravane, who is Bangladesh on a 5-day official tour, delivered a keynote address on changing nature of global conflicts, role of UN peacekeepers. This was tweeted by the ADG-PI, Indian Army's Additional Directorate General of Public Information. During the event, Army Chief also interacted with senior officers of the participating nations and military observers from other nations. Okay, let's go ahead. Which of the following countries is to host first ever World Boxing Council India Championships on May 1? The correct answer for the same is India. So India is going to host the first ever game changer professional boxing in the country. With this billed as the World Boxing Council has endorsed India's championship fight between Chandni Mehra and Suman Kumari on 1 May in Jalandhar. The fight for the lightweight 140 lb belt is scheduled to take place as the LZ Promotion India unleashed Fight Night, the country's first ever professional USA boxing event, according to a release. Let's go ahead. Who among the following has taken over as the new chairperson of the FICCI's Lady Organization Hyderabad chapter? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is Uma Chigu Ruputi. So Uma Chigu Ruputi has taken over as the new chairperson of the FICCI Ladies Organization Hyderabad chapter. She assumed charge in a virtual mode from New Delhi recently at a brief change of guard function released here on Wednesday. She will be in the office for 1 year from 2021 to 2022. Let's go ahead. The Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force Water Sports and Adventure Institute was inaugurated by Union Minister for Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju and Uttarakhand Chief Minister Tirath Singh Rawat in which city? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is in Tehri it was inaugurated. So ITBP's Water, Sport and Adventure Institute was inaugurated by Union Minister for Sports and Youth Affairs Kiran Rijiju and Uttarakhand Chief Minister on Friday. Appreciating the contribution of Himalayan Border Guarding Force to the service of the nation, he said that in view of ITBP's glorious history and long experience in the field of adventure sports, the state government as well as Uttarakhand Tourism Development Board has signed an MOU with ITBP for running the institute and to develop it as a tourist destination as well. Priyanka Mohite has become the first Indian woman to scale Mount Annapurna, world's 10th highest peak. She is from which state? The correct answer for the same is Maharashtra. She is from Maharashtra. She is from Satara in western Maharashtra and has scaled Mount Annapurna, the 10th highest mountain peak in the world, becoming the first Indian woman climber to achieve the feat. The news of this 28-year-old climbing the peak was shared by her employer Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, the executive chairperson of the Biocon Limited. You can see it here. National Civil Services Day was observed on which of the following date? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is 21st April. So National Civil Services Day is observed on April 21 every year and is dedicated to India's civil servants for their contribution and hard work in public administration. The first National Civil Service Day was observed in the year 2006. The Government of India chose April 21 as the National Civil Service Day. On this day, because this day is the birthday of the country's first Home Minister, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he addressed the newly appointed administrative officers in 1947 also on this day. Sardar Patel had referred to the civil servants as the steel frame of India, or in other words, the backbone of the country's administration. So I guess it was not his birthday, but he's only addressed the newly appointed administrative officers in 1947. So not his birthday, it was just the address. World Creativity and Innovation Day 2021 was observed on which of the following dates? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is on April 21st. So on April 21st, World Creation and Innovation Day was celebrated. This celebrates the creative economy that consists of audiovisual products, design, new media, performing arts, publishing and visual arts. The creativity and innovation sector is a highly transformative sector of the world economy in terms of income generation, job creation and export earnings. So this is celebrated. It's very important to be creative, as we can see that Facebook, Uber, Ola, these are all the products of innovation and creativity. It's not that Indian coders were not able to code it. It is that Who thought about it? Who thought that the world is coming to one place together via internet? And if the founders thought it, then it's their idea. Cultural and creative industries should be a part of economic growth strategies according to the UNESCO report on cultural and sustainable development. These industries are among the most dynamic sectors in the world economy. It has generated USD 2.25 billion in revenue and 29.5 million jobs worldwide. Railway Minister has announced an award of how much for the Mayur Shelke for exemplary act of bravery. He saved a child from the railway track. I guess you have seen it in the viral videos. The correct answer for the same is he has announced a reward of 50,000 rupees. So Railway Minister Piyush Goyal announced 50,000 rupees award for Mayur Shelke for exemplary act of bravery. Mayur showed exceptional courage in saving precious life by rescuing a child who had slipped and fallen on the tracks from the platform. Mayur Shelke, in absolute disregard of his own life, rescued the child by running in front of the oncoming train and lifted the child to safety by placing him on the platform. YSR Zero Interest Crop Loan Scheme was launched in which of the following states? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is in Andhra Pradesh. So in Andhra Pradesh, the scheme was launched. So Andhra Pradesh CM has credited rupees 128.47 crore under YSR Zero Interest Crop Loan, right? So you can see it here. This was credited into the accounts of 6,27,906 farmers, and this was for the Rabi season, benefiting those who availed loans for up to rupees 1 lakh and repaid them in the stipulated time. You can see it here. Now let's go ahead. In its endeavor to facilitate various forms of investment, HSIIDC had entered into an MOU with which to promote and facilitate trade and investment in Haryana. The correct answer for the same is World Trade Center. So HSIIDC has entered into an MOU with World Trade Center, and in an endeavor to facilitate various forms of investments, it has entered into an MOU with WTC. The MOU was signed with the intent for bringing national and international investment in the state with the help of WTC, especially from the industrial estate in Faridabad. World Homeopathy Awareness Week 2021 was observed from which date? The correct answer for the same is April 10th to 16th. So World Homeopathy Awareness Week is celebrated annually between April 10th and April 16th. Organized by the World Homeopathy Awareness Organization, the week is a celebration of both homeopaths and those who have been healed with homeopathy. The date of 10th April was chosen to mark the start of this event, as it is the birthday of Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, the German physician who is credited with creating homeopathy. Homeopathy is a system of alternative medicine that uses small, highly diluted doses of natural substances to trigger the body's own healing abilities. Idris Deby passed away recently. He was the president of which country? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is he was the president of Chad. Chad is in Africa. So Chad's longest time president Idris Deby has died out of wounds suffered on the front line in the country's north, where he had gone to visit soldiers batting rebels and the armed forces. Right? You can see it here. Let's go ahead. Who among the following has been named as the new president of Chad? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is Mahamat Idris Deby Itno. So Lieutenant General Mahamat Idris Deby Itno has been named as the new leader of Chad after the death of his father Idris Deby during a battle with rebel forces. Mahamat is now in charge of a 15-member transitional military council that will be in power for the next 18 months. He has a reputation for discretion and shunning the limelight, unlike some of his half-brothers. However, he is a battle-hardened soldier like his father. You can see it here. Information and Credit Rating Agency of India has slashed financial year 22 GDP estimate by what percent? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is by 0.5%. See, the COVID has striked again, and the percentage increases which were given to India's growth sector 10%, 12% is now bound to fall again, as India is again reeling from a healthcare crisis. This crisis is totally the fault of both the state but majorly the central governments. Reason being of the lack of oxygen procurement, the closing down of beds, the laxity in the lockdowns, because the state government can do lockdowns on its own and the center failed to provide oxygen beds. So I can say that both the combination of every state government and the central government. So 0.5%. Which mutual fund company has become the first mutual fund company to cross rupees 5 lakh crore AAUM? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is SBI Mutual Funds. So SBI Mutual Funds has said that it has become the first mutual fund house in India to cross the rupees 5 lakh crore average asset under management mark. In the last 1 year, SBI's mutual funds average AUM has grown to 5.05 lakh crore from 3.73 lakh crore, recording a growth of 35% during the financial year 2021. Co-creators of Google Pay, Sujit Narayana and Sumit Gawalnani, are launching FI, a neobank for salaried millennials in partnership with which bank? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is Federal Bank. So co-creators of Google Pay are launching FI, a neobank for salaried millennials in partnership with Federal Bank National Stock Exchange. Neobanks are virtual banks that work online and do not have physical branches. Founded in 2019, FI has raised $13.5 million in seed fund round led by Sequoia India and Ribbit Capital. It is an Android app which has been in beta mode with 500 users and it will go live on Wednesday. The founders say they plan to add 500,000 users this year. Bitex has become the first cryptocurrency exchange in which country to provide investment declaration reports? The correct answer for the same is India. So global cryptocurrency exchange Bitex has said that it has commenced providing investment declaration report for all its retail and institutional investors, becoming the first exchange in India to comply with the recent amendments made to the Companies Act by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Ministry of Corporate Affairs had sought full disclosure of crypto transactions and holding by companies, making it mandatory for the companies to declare cryptocurrency investments. The government has earlier also indicated that the income from cryptocurrency gains will be taxable under the Income Tax Act 1961. Which country has been elected to the three key bodies of the United Nations Economic and Social Council, UN ECOSOC? The name of the country is India, so the answer is none of these. India has been elected to three key bodies of the United Nations Economic and Social Council. These bodies are Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice, Executive Board for UN Women, Executive Board of the World Food Programme. CCPCJ, based in Vienna, acts as the principal policy-making body of the United Nations in field of crime prevention and criminal justice. The CCPCJ has 40 member states that are elected by ECOSOC and is chaired by the Bureau, including one member per regional group. Which of the following is India's only state to have a uniform civil code? The correct answer for the same is Goa. So, Chief Justice of India S.A. Bobde recently appreciated that the uniform civil code in Goa, and it is the only state to have one. This brought the spotlight back on the UCC debate, although the Law Commission has concluded in 2018 that UCC is neither desirable nor feasible. No expert committees on the lines of Hindu Law Reforms Committee of 1941 has been ever constituted, nor has any blueprint of UCC has been prepared. Which IIT and National Cooperative Development Corporation has signed an MOU towards greater collaboration in issues and areas related to the development of cooperatives, agriculture and allied sectors, and to the holistic approach towards sustainable development? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is IIT Kharagpur and National Cooperative Development Corporation. So IIT Kharagpur and NCDC has signed an MOU for greater collaboration in the areas of cooperatives, agriculture and allied sectors. The scope of the MOU will involve the advancement of the training, action research, policy analysis, policy advice, consultancy, monitoring evaluation system, development and technology development. Central Drug Standard Control Organization CDSCO has extended the license validity of 8 medical devices by additional how many months for manufacturers and importers who have already submitted their applications to central state licensing authorities? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is 6 months. So in a bid to censure continued access and easy import of CT scan, X-ray, MRI machine, etc., the Drug Controller General of India ordered the extension of validity of license for additional 6 months for those manufacturers who have already submitted their applications. The Union Health Ministry has earlier notified 8 medical items, all implementable medical devices, CT scan equipment, MRI equipment, defibrillators, PET equipment, dialysis machine, X-ray machine, and bone marrow cell separator to be regulated under the Drug and Cosmetic Act, which was to come into effect from 1st April 2021 under the Medical Devices Rule 2017. 2021 Earth Day was observed on which of the following dates? Correct answer for the same is A. On April 22, it's observed. The first Earth Day, April 22, 1970, is sometimes said to have marked the beginning of the modern environmental problem. It predates the US Environmental Protection Agency. It's hard to imagine it now, but the first Earth Day was a revelation to many, a way not only of raising consciousness about environmental issues, but also of bringing together separate groups that have been fighting separately against the issues of oil spills, pollution from factories, power plant, raw sewage, toxic dump, pesticides, etc. The first Earth Day in 1970 estimated 20 million Americans took to street, parks and auditoriums to demonstrate for a healthy environment and to participate in teach-ins. So that was quite a history of the Earth Day. But now coming back to 22nd April 2021, the Earth Day is celebrated because we take all our resources from the earth, and on this day many initiatives are taken to raise awareness about the degradation which the human existence is causing, human greed is causing to the earth. Maulana Wahiduddin Khan passed away recently. He was an Islamic scholar. So Maulana Wahiduddin Khan died on Wednesday after testing positive for the coronavirus. He was 96. He was admitted to Delhi's Apollo Hospital on April 12th after tested positive for the infection. You can see it here. Shankha Ghosh passed away recently. He was a poet of which language? The correct answer for the same is Bengali. So Shankha Ghosh died on Wednesday. He was a Bengali poet and Padma Bhushan awardee. Considered to be having authority on Rabindranath Tagore, Ghosh is known for Adim Lata, Gulomay and Mukhra Bharo Samajik Nyaya among other books. Which of the following states is to host the 4th Khelo India Youth Games 2021 from 21st November to 5th December 2021? The correct answer for the same is Haryana. So 4th edition of the Khelo India Youth Games 2021 will be held in Panchkula, Ambala, Shahabad, Delhi and Chandigarh from November 21 to December 5, in which various activities under 18 category will be organized. You can see it here. BRICS countries include Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Dr. Harshvardhan has recently addressed which edition of the Virtual Global Forum on TB vaccine? The correct answer for the same is 5th. So Dr. Harshvardhan has addressed the 5th Global Forum on TB vaccine through a video conference. The Global Forum on TB vaccine is the world's largest gathering of stakeholders striving to develop and deploy new vaccines to prevent tuberculosis. National Institute of Urban Affairs, in partnership with which firm, has virtually launched the Infant, Toddler and Caregiver Friendly Neighborhoods Training and Capacity Builder Program. The correct answer for the same is Bernard Van Leer Foundation. So National Institute of Urban Affairs, in partnership with Bernard Van Leer Foundation, have virtually launched the Infant, Toddler and Caregiver Friendly Neighborhood Training Capacity Builder Program. The program is designed to help build the capacities of city officials and young professionals for developing young children and family-friendly neighborhood within cities in India. BRICS seminar on misuse of internet by terrorists was organized by which organization? The correct answer for the same is National Investigation Agency. So National Investigation Agency organized a 2-day Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa seminar through virtual mode on the misuse of internet for terrorist purposes and the role of digital forensics in terrorist investigations on 13 to 14 April 21. The 2-day seminar was inaugurated by Union Home Secretary Ajay Kumar Bhalla. Who among the following will represent India at the World Cities Cultural Forum? Kindly give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is A. Arvind Kejriwal. So Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will be representing Delhi and India at the World Cities Cultural Forum, according to a statement issued by the city government on Friday. He has been invited by Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, to participate in the forum that comprises 40 world cities, including London, Tokyo, New York, that recognize the impact and importance of culture and creativity and seek to inculcate these values in public policy and city planning. India ranked 87th in the Global Energy Transition Index of WEF. Which of the following countries has topped the index? The correct answer for the same is Sweden. So India has been ranked at the 87th position among the 115 countries in the Energy Transition Index that tracks nations on the current performance of their energy systems across various aspects according to the report. The top 10 countries in the index are in the Western and Northern European countries, and Sweden is the first, followed by Norway and Denmark. So top 10 countries in the index in the Western and Northern European countries are Sweden, Norway and Denmark. Which one is the only Indian university to make it in the world's top 100 educational institutions, doing the most in the fight towards sustainability, according to new global rankings released recently? The correct answer for the same is Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University, answer A. So Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham in Tamil Nadu is the only Indian university to make it to the world's top 100 educational institutions, doing the most in fight towards sustainability, according to a new global ranking released on Wednesday. The annual impact rankings, now in its third edition, assess universities against progress towards the 17th UN Sustainable Development Goals. Housing Development Finance Corporation has entered into a strategic co-lending partnership with which company to offer housing loans to home buyers at competitive rates? The correct answer for the same is, kindly give the correct answer. So HDFC has entered a partnership with Indiabulls Housing Finance so that they can offer housing loans to home buyer at competitive rates. HDFC said that the participation by both the entities in extending credit facilities shall be on a sharing of risk and reward basis on a mutually agreed terms. Which bank has decided to withdraw its banking services from India just within a week of Citibank's exit? Give the correct answer. The correct answer for the same is First Rand Bank. So South Africa's second largest lender, First Rand Bank, exited India 12 years after setting shop in the country. The announcement comes close on the heels of a similar decision by another global giant, Citigroup, which earlier said that it will sell its consumer banking business in India. Citi said that it will focus its global consumer banking presence in Asia and EME on the 4 markets: Singapore, Hong Kong, UAE and London. So you can see it here. So the reason for it is tough competition, lack of scalable profits, and COVID-19 disruptions have led it to a total retreat. Thank you for watching, dear friends. I shall be back with the Hindi version of the same.